Time to spend some time at Juvie.
Trust the Profits Breeders' Cup coverage is brought to you by PlayUp Racebook, the most horse player friendly racebook in the industry. PlayUp Racebook is always your best bet.
Trust the Profits, the formula here, and we're talking about the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. We are getting really close to understanding who exactly is going to be in this race, but we got a pretty good idea as of today, October 30th. We also know that this is a G1 race. It's at Keeneland. It's on November 4th, which is a Friday, and it will be 8.5 furlongs for these young 2-year-olds. That is 1.25 mile on dirt. The jockeys we got labeled here are jockeys that we've seen historically run with these horses in their short history. Let's start at the top with Cave Rock. Cave Rock is one of those Bob Baffert barn burners who just blows away the competition in California by multiple lengths. He's done it at the American Pharoah, running 8.5 furlongs, 5 lengths ahead of National Treasure. Did it at Del Mar Futurity, a 7 furlong race, 5.25 lengths over. And this horse, it took me 5 minutes to understand what his name was. Having a meltdown. That's right. It's not Hammer Fall Down. It's not Hava Nagila. It's not Havernummer Dabido. It's having a meltdown. All right. What I like about this horse, obviously, he's putting distance out there, but he's also proven it at 8.5 furlongs, which is the distance of the juvenile. So if Cave Rock is your Goliath, Tyler's Tribe is your David. 5 wins in 5 races for Tyler's Tribe. What makes him the David? Well, he's a horse that comes out of Iowa. Not a whole lot of fanfare for this horse. The pride of Prairie Meadows, winner of the Iowa Cradle 6 furlong race, won that by 6.5 lengths. Go back to the Freshman Stakes. He won that by 15.25 lengths. Every horse he's racing against, he's pretty much blowing the barn doors off of this horse, winning by double-digit lengths. But the problem is he's only been racing 6 and 5 furlong races in these 5 races. And of course, competition is a question as well. What's going to happen when he has to go out to 8.5 furlongs? I mean, I understand 6 furlongs, you're winning by 15.5 lengths, but you're also facing tougher competition. Everybody's going to be rooting for Tyler's Tribe, Cinderella's story, but I'll be curious to see if he can overcome those questions. Moving along, we got Forte. 3 wins in 4 races. Impressive winner of the Claiborne Futurity. That is a 8.5 furlong race. So again, he's proven at the distance. Won that race by a neck versus Loggins, who's not in this race, unfortunately. And then everyone else behind him, nearly 7 lengths behind. So it was really those two neck and neck. You could split the win between the two. Won the Hopeful Stakes 7 furlong race over Gulfport and Blazing Sevens. And Blazing Sevens is our next horse. So 2 wins in 3 races. That third place that we just talked about. Winner of the Champagne Stakes at 1 mile. 3.25 lengths over Verifying and Gulfport. Yeah, Gulfport. Thought we had something there a few months ago with Gulfport, but anyway, has not gone 8.5, but that was a pretty impressive win in October for him. Did come in third at the Hopeful, but it was also only a second race. I think Chad Brown is going to have Blazing Sevens ready for this race coming up on Friday. Curly Jack. Last year was Happy Jack. This year it's Curly Jack. 2 wins in 4 races. Winner of the Iroquois by a length over Honed and Jace's Road. Previously lost by a head at Ellis Park Juvenile behind Top Recruit. Looking fairly decent so far. Not sure he's up to the level of competition where he'd be finishing in the money here. Maybe something to consider. Not super high on Curly Jack, but he's worth a slide. As is Verifying. We mentioned him a little bit earlier. Only 2 races for Verifying. Broke his maiden and then came in second at the Champagne Stakes. Still a maturing horse, which is something, you talk about when you get into races like the Juvenile, right? We're talking about 2-year-olds. They're maturing at different speeds here. As the El Hombre likes to say, we're talking about horses going through puberty right before our very eyes. So it's really interesting to see who's going to be maturing at what point. Chad Brown, Joel Rosario, justifies the sire. Verifying, I think, is definitely worth considering here. The rest. So we got Lost Ark. Let's start there. Pletcher's second horse after Forte. He's got 2 first place finishes in 3 races, but that third race came in 6th at the Claiborne. He was part of that 7+ behind Loggins and Forte. So I'm gonna put a mark through Lost Ark. Hurricane J, 2 wins and 2 6 furlong races, winning his last 2 by 3.5 lengths. Looking good, but I'm not sure he's faced the competition we're talking about here. Also hasn't gone the distance. Congruent, winner of the Laurel Futurity. That was his best race so far, not against great competition, probably not going to make my cut. National Treasure, second in the Pharaoh, but again, he was way behind Cave Rock on that one. I think you probably squeeze a few more of these horses in between him and Cave Rock for that race. And then finally wound up, not even going to consider him here, fifth and sixth in stakes races after breaking his maiden. So, what are we looking at here? Don't know the odds as of right now. I would say the even pick here, the even money pick. You got to look at Cave Rock, the way he's been blown away the competition, the way he's undefeated. He's run the distance before and looked just as impressive as running the lower distances. Cave Rock seems to be the obvious pick. Betting better odds there, looking for that value play. I really like Blazing Sevens. I like the way he ran his last race. I think he's got a lot of the check marks that you can compare to Cave Rock here. But if I were going to key them together, I'd say Cave Rock is probably the easy pick to finish in the money, and then you'd be filling out the rest of the way with Forte, Blazing Sevens, and Verifying. I'm going to take a flyer on Verifying here. I think Tyler's Tribe, he might get a little bit of that public money, being the Iowa horse, write a lot of nice newspaper articles about him, but he's going to face tougher competition, and this is the first time he's going to go 8.5 furlongs, jumping up from 6. So I don't know if I really trust him here. Anyway, not to disappoint you guys, I did not put Tyler's Tribe there. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know we're going to be having those odds come out really soon, so all this stuff is going to be it's going to be out there soon. Tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. Join us. Join our membership, and you'll get our tip sheets. We hope you guys are enjoying the channel so far. Peace out and have a good day.